Throughout history, there have been countless unexplainable stories, events, and moments captured on audio. These horrifying tapes were archived, never to be heard again. Until now. These are the tapes of trepidation. Tape number 40. The Man Who Felt Nothing. Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to feel nothing? To never have to deal with emotions? Have you ever wanted to be numb to everything that happens to everything and everyone around you? To literally not give a single fuck what happens to this world? Well, don't bother. It's not as fun as you think it is. In fact, it's nothing at all. Feeling nothing just means you're taking up space in this world. Well, I should know. They say that to make music, you must be in touch with your feelings. I proved them wrong. I play the violin. My music makes so many people happy and relaxed. But I simply do not care. I do it just to do it. Tomorrow I could be a man whore for all I care. But no, I make music. It's about the only productive thing I can do in this fucking world without wasting away in my cave of an apartment. It's just a basic reflection of who I am. Just like my emotions. It's empty. No fridge, no furniture, no color. Just some bland sheets and curtains to keep the sun out. My clothes and my violin. One night, I was walking to my next recital, for I don't own a car. Never cared for them. I took a shortcut through the woods like usual. It's darker right now due to it being winter. I can still see though, so no need for a flashlight. I continue walking and sense someone following me, but I keep walking. Must be a crazier stalker fangirl. Again. I hear her getting closer, being clumsily noisy as if wanting my attention. I decided to turn around to tell her to find somewhere else to be because I don't have time for her. Or anyone really. But what I find is not a girl. I don't think it's even human. The man towered over me. And I mean, he really towered over me. And since I'm 6'4", that says something. In the darkness, I see no face or hair. But he's wearing a black suit with a red tie. I still don't have time for this, whatever it is. I turned back around and continued walking again. If you're lost, just follow me or don't, I don't care. That's when I felt something on my waist. Then I found myself hanging upside down by a black thing coming out of its back. And my violin dropped to the ground. I didn't feel scared or shocked. My face was just as blank as his. After a moment, he tilted his head to the side, almost as if questioning my lack of fear and shock. but I didn't answer. I just kept the blank face, feeling the blood rush to my face due to being held upside down. After a while, I get put back on my feet, and it disappeared in the night. I just grabbed my violin and made my way to the recital. Once there, I performed to the crowd. They clapped and cheered as I walked off stage. And as I did so, I saw the same man that I encountered in the forest. He didn't clap. He didn't do anything but stand there and stare. But again, I don't care. And I most certainly didn't care when I found him in my apartment. I just went around him like he was nothing. I lied down in my bed and fell asleep, even with this man's gaze on me. The next morning, he was still there. Same spot. I made my way to the bathroom for nature called. When I looked in the mirror when washing my hands, he was in the reflection. But this time, he had a smile on his face. His mouth looked like he just tore it open. But I don't feel shocked. I still don't feel anything. I turned to face him. He was in my way of leaving the bathroom, and he wouldn't budge. Instead, two black things came out of his back again. One went around my shoulders and the other went around my waist. I was lifted into the air. He pulled me forward, then quickly back, and the back of my neck smashed into the light bulb above my mirror, electrocuting me. I felt my mouth foam as my grin grew wider. My eyes rolled into the back of my skull, and after blacking out, I was in bed. Unharmed and unfeeling. He was gone too. I got up, and nature called. I went to the bathroom, and nothing like what had happened in my dream had happened. But my nose was bleeding. A few more days have passed, and I've been getting severe headaches. I've been hearing static on and off. I've been coughing up blood. Some of it even came out of my ass. I decided to just rot in my apartment until it was over. Didn't really make a difference to me. It's been a whole week and I looked like death and physically felt like crap. The static has gotten worse and I can no longer move. The lights were flickering on and off and it was very cold in here. I hear my floor give a loud creak. I weakly turned my head and saw that man. That tall, thin man. For once I felt something. I felt rage, anger. I know he was doing this to me. I didn't do anything to him, even offered to help him. What the fuck is wrong with him? Why is he doing this? Confusion comes into the mix along with panic as he comes closer. A ripping sound coming from him. And that smile is back just like in the dream. I tried to move, but I couldn't due to the massive blood loss. I tried to scream, to yell, but nothing came out. I just stared wide-eyed at this thing. I was picked up once again, upright and facing it. I hear many voices, as if they were whispers in the distance, saying,
That fear.
I can smell it now.
All of those repressed emotions filling the air with its stench. It's delicious.
Not as delicious as your
Soul.
This has been tape number 40, The Man Who Felt Nothing, by the Tapes of Trepidation Horror Narration Podcast. The Man Who Felt Nothing was written by Silence is Virtue and was originally posted on the Creepypasta Wiki. Narration, production, and sound design for this episode was by TJ Hodder. Credit for music for this episode can be found in the show notes. The Tapes of Trepidation theme was written by the incredible J.M. Scherf. All logos, banners, overlays, and graphic design work was provided by the talented Jason Reese from Jaybird Digital Arts. If you have a story you would like to submit, or a question regarding the show, please contact us at tapesoftrepidation.podcast@gmail.com. Support the show by subscribing and leaving a rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, your favorite podcatcher, or like and subscribe on YouTube. Be sure to tell your friends. Word of mouth is extremely helpful to a new podcast like this one. Check us out on social media through the link tree in the show notes. We have Facebook, Instagram, and Discord. If you'd like to support the show a little more, consider joining the Tapes of Trepidation Patreon, where for as little as $5 a month, you can gain access to monthly bonus short story narrations, the weekly behind-the-scenes podcast within the archive, and more. Come, join us, and become trapped within the archive. Just like my current patrons, Neil Skarupa of Neurotic Voice, Doozer Pindan, Rodin Komori of Baseline Feed, Eric Phones, and Patrick Stewart. Thank you all so much for the support. All content used on Tapes of Trepidation is either original, used with permission, or is available on your Creative Commons share-alike license. All rights reserved, unless otherwise stated. This podcast and its content may not be redistributed or rebroadcasted without the express written consent of Tapes of Trepidation and the story's author. Thank you so much for listening.